All right, so you wouldn't be here if you weren't at least a little bit fascinated by the world of cryptocurrency. But today we're going deep on something a little different, the wild world of meme coins, specifically GOATCS Maximus, Joe8 for short. It's a Solana-based token that's been just absolutely skyrocketing recently. So is this a sign of a classic market bubble or the birth of a new kind of digital asset? Let's find out.
I think what's really fascinating here is that this isn't just about GOAT. This is about a whole wave of Solana-based meme coins just exploding right now. You've got Peanut the Squirrel, up over 390% in a week. ACT with a 2,758% increase. It's almost unbelievable. Bonk. Cat in a Dog's World. Book of Meme. It begs the question, why Solana?
Yeah, it really does seem like everybody's piling onto Solana right now. What's the attraction? Is it purely speculative? Or are there some fundamental reasons why Solana is the platform of choice for all these meme coins?
Well, you know how important speed and cost are in the crypto world, right? Solana's known for its fast transactions and low fees, which makes it really appealing for tokens that rely on high trading volume, like we see with meme coins. Plus, you know, it's seen as a viable alternative to Ethereum, which can be more expensive and a lot slower.
Okay, so let's zero in on GOT for a second.
Hmm.
This token hit an all-time high of 1.066 cents on November 14th. That's a nearly 500% increase from just last month. And its market cap is now over $932 million. I mean, those are some pretty serious numbers.
They are, but especially with meme coins, it's really important to look beyond just market cap. While $932 million sounds impressive, meme coin valuations are often driven by hype, not really underlying value, so they're incredibly susceptible to sudden crashes. Think of it this way. A high market cap might just mean a lot of people are caught up in the excitement, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the token itself is fundamentally strong.
Okay, so hype plays a huge role. And speaking of hype, Yott's recent price surge seems to be connected to its listing on new exchanges like Bybit, Uphold, and Gitget. Now that's kind of counterintuitive. Yott's price is going up even though it's not even listed on the biggest exchanges yet. What does that tell us about the forces driving this market?
Well, listing on a reputable exchange like Bybit, it kind of lends credibility to a token, even a meme coin. It attracts institutional investors who might have otherwise stayed away because it provides a level of security and accessibility that they're looking for.
So even just the perception of legitimacy can have a big impact. But here's the thing. The article we're looking at mentions that Joke still isn't on some of the top-tier exchanges, like Coinbase, Binance, or Crypto.com. I mean, imagine what could happen if it gets listed there.
That would be a game changer. Getting listed on those platforms, it's like receiving a seal of approval from the crypto elite. It could trigger a flood of new investors and potentially drive the price even higher. But of course, that's all speculation at this point.
Right, and we also have to factor in the current state of the crypto market in general. The Fear and Greed Index is at 86. That's firmly in extreme greed territory. So how much of a role is greed playing here? I mean, it fuels the rally, but it also makes the market incredibly vulnerable.
Oh, you're absolutely right. When the index leans towards greed, it means investors are feeling really bullish and are more likely to chase those quick profits, which drives prices up. Meme coins, with their volatile nature and connection to hype, they really tend to thrive in these conditions. But, as we've seen time and time again, markets driven by greed are also prone to sudden corrections.
So we've got a really interesting situation developing here. We've got a price surge fueled by new exchange listings, a market overflowing with greed, and the potential for even bigger platforms to jump on board. So where do we even begin to unpack all of this?
Well, one way to analyze a token's potential price movement is through technical analysis. The article mentions a cup and handle pattern forming on Jeet's price chart.
Okay, I've heard of that pattern before. But could you refresh my memory on what it signifies?
Okay.
And how reliable is this type of analysis, especially with a meme coin like Joe8?
So a cup and handle. It's a classic bullish signal. Imagine like a cup forming, with a rounded bottom, followed by a period of sideways movement. That forms the handle. Traders see this as a sign that an upward trend is likely to continue, but it's not a foolproof system. Other factors can definitely throw things off course, like market sentiment, regulatory news, even broader economic trends.
So if someone's thinking about buying Joe8 based purely on this cup and handle pattern, they might want to think twice. It's just one piece of a much larger puzzle.
Exactly. And it's just crucial to remember that meme coins, with their inherent volatility, are especially prone to sudden shifts. The article highlights this by using examples like Loose, Fartcoin, Comedian, and Cerebro, all of which surged over 500% in just a week. While those gains might seem tempting, the potential for rapid losses is just as real.
Yeah, Sounds like a high-stakes game. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a step back and consider the bigger picture. What is this whole meme coin frenzy, particularly on Solana, say, about the broader crypto landscape? Is this just a passing fad? Or are we witnessing the emergence of something more significant?
That's the question we're trying to answer. And to do that, we need to delve deeper into the psychology behind meme coin investing, the role of community, and the potential long-term viability of these tokens. Welcome back. So as we continue to kind of explore this meme coin surge, I think it's really important to understand the psychology at play here.
Yeah, when you see these huge price swings, it's hard not to think about those classic market bubbles, like tulip mania, the dot-com bubble, where people just got swept up in the excitement and that fear of missing out. So does that same psychology apply to meme coins?
Absolutely. Behavioral economics teaches us that humans, we're naturally drawn to trends, especially when it comes to investing. So you see a token like GO8 skyrocketing. It triggers that sense of urgency. People don't want to be left behind.
Yeah, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost. The more people buy in, the higher the price goes. And that attracts even more investors. But what happens when that upward momentum stalls?
Well, that's the danger with speculative bubbles, right? They're often built on hype rather than fundamental value. So when sentiment shifts and those gains start to disappear, panic selling can set in, and that leads to a crash.
And that's when those who bought in at the peak get burned. So for someone who's maybe new to crypto, how do you even approach meme coins without getting caught up in all that frenzy?
Well, it's essential to understand that meme coins are highly speculative
Yeah.
and can experience extreme volatility. So while the potential for quick profits is alluring, the potential for rapid losses is just as real.
So treat them with caution. Don't go all in just because a token is trending on Twitter. But what about the argument that meme coins are more than just a passing fad? That they represent a new kind of community-driven asset?
That's definitely a perspective worth exploring. Meme coins often tap into internet culture, using humor and social media trends to create that sense of shared identity among their holders.
It's like a digital version of a fan club almost. There's a social aspect that goes beyond just the financial investment.
Exactly. And that social element can be very powerful. It creates a network effect where the more people join the community, the more valuable the token becomes, not just financially, but also in terms of social capital and influence.
So it's not just about the money. It's about being a part of something, a shared experience.
Right.
That could explain why some meme coins maintain a loyal following even after that initial hype has faded.
That's right. But we also have to acknowledge that even with a strong community, the value of meme coins is still highly speculative. Their long-term sustainability really depends on the community's continued engagement, their ability to attract new members. And, the development of real-world applications for the token.
So while the community aspect is important, it's not a guarantee of success. But there's another trend emerging that I think could really impact the future of meme coins. DAOs. Decentralized autonomous organizations.
You're right, DAOs are becoming increasingly relevant in this space. Essentially, they allow token holders to participate in the governance of the project so they can make decisions about development and strategy.
So instead of a central authority controlling the token, the community gets a say. That sounds like it could really empower these meme coin communities.
Exactly. DAOs foster transparency and accountability, which can be really attractive to investors who are looking for projects with a strong community focus and a decentralized structure.
That's fascinating. But with all this innovation and experimentation in the meme coin space, what about regulation? Are regulators starting to pay attention to this corner of the crypto world?
Well, regulation is a hot topic across the entire crypto landscape right now, and meme coins are no exception. As these tokens gain popularity, regulators are trying to figure out how to classify them, how to protect investors, and how to prevent market manipulation.
So it's still a bit of a gray area then.
Precisely. Different countries are taking different approaches, and the regulatory landscape is constantly evolving. Some are opting for stricter oversight, while others are taking a more hands-off approach, allowing for innovation while monitoring for risks.
It'll be interesting to see how this all unfolds. But ultimately, the question on everyone's mind is, do meme coins have staying power? Are they here to stay, or are they just a fleeting trend?
That's the million-dollar question. And while no one can predict the future with certainty, the meme coin phenomenon has shown incredible resilience. These tokens have tapped into a cultural zeitgeist, capturing the attention of a generation that's digitally native, meme savvy, and increasingly interested in decentralized technologies.
So there's a chance meme coins could become more than just a passing fad.
Absolutely. If meme coin projects can navigate those challenges of regulation, continue to innovate, and develop real-world utility, they really have the potential to carve out a permanent space in the crypto ecosystem.
It's a captivating story to watch unfold, from this speculative frenzy to a potential cultural and technological force. But before we get too carried away with the possibilities, we need to address the elephant in the room, the risks associated with meme coin investing.
You're absolutely right. While the potential rewards are enticing, the risks are substantial, and it's crucial to approach these investments with a healthy dose of caution.
Welcome back to our deep dive into meme coins. We've explored the hype, the psychology, the community aspect, the risks. So now I want to shift our focus to the future. What trends should we be watching for in the meme coin market?
One trend that's gaining a lot of traction is this move towards utility. You know, early meme coins were mainly driven by speculation and community hype. But to achieve long-term sustainability, they need to offer some kind of real-world value and functionality. And we're starting to see projects that incorporate things like decentralized finance, DeFi, NFTs, even gaming.
So it's about becoming more than just a meme,
Mhm.
actually integrating into that wider crypto world.
Exactly. By adding these real-world applications, meme coins can attract a wider audience and establish a much stronger foundation for growth. They're essentially adding substance to the sizzle.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. It's like evolving from a novelty to a practical tool. And speaking of practical tools, we've been talking about DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, and their potential impact on meme coins. So how could they shape the future of this market?
Well, DAOs can really revolutionize how meme coin projects operate because they give token holders a direct say in the project's direction, from development decisions to marketing strategies. Imagine a meme coin community collectively deciding on how to use their treasury or voting on new features to implement. It's a pretty powerful concept.
Yeah, it takes that idea of a community-driven token to a whole new level. But with all this innovation and growth in the meme coin space, what
Right.
about regulation? It seems like things are moving so fast. Are regulators starting to catch up?
Regulation is a huge topic right now, and meme coins are definitely on the radar. As they attract more mainstream investors, regulators are trying to figure out how to classify them, how to protect investors, and how to prevent market manipulation.
So there's still a lot of uncertainty in the air. It seems like everyone's kind of waiting to see how things play out.
You've hit the nail on the head. Different countries are taking different approaches, and the regulatory landscape is constantly evolving. Some regulators are opting for stricter oversight, while others are taking a more hands-off approach.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this regulatory landscape develops and what impact it will have on the meme coin market. But let's get back to the big question. Do meme coins have staying power? Are they here to stay, or will they eventually just fade away?
That's the question everyone's asking. And while it's impossible to predict the future with any certainty, the meme coin phenomenon has shown incredible resilience and adaptability. These tokens have tapped into a cultural zeitgeist, you know, capturing the attention of a generation that's digitally native, meme savvy, and interested in decentralized technologies.
So you're saying there's a chance meme coins could actually become a permanent fixture in the crypto world?
Absolutely. If meme coin projects can successfully navigate the challenges of regulation, continue to innovate, and build that real-world utility, they have the potential to stick around for the long haul. They represent a fascinating blend of community, speculation, and technology, and their journey is far from over.
It's a captivating story to watch unfold, from this speculative frenzy to a potential cultural and technological force. But before we wrap up, I think it's important to reiterate the risks associated with meme coin investing. They are substantial, and it's absolutely crucial to approach these investments with a healthy dose of caution. Don't get swept up in the hype, do your own research, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The meme coin world is full of possibilities, but it's also a high-risk, high-reward environment.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Understanding the risks is just as important as being excited about the potential.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of meme coins. It's been a fascinating journey, and we hope you've gained some valuable insights along the way. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember to always approach the crypto world with a critical eye